Good evening, YouTube. Welcome to AKQ Guy. As promised, I am remaking this little film here because last night's version was too long and YouTube keeps rejecting it. So I thought I'd give it another shot. First, thank you everybody. It's been an amazing day again out there for my films. My viewership has skyrocketed. Almost 200 views, incredible. Most importantly though, I have got comments coming at it everywhere, and I am so appreciative. They've been so supportive. A lot of Australians and Great Britain citizens, kind of shocking. Thank you ladies. Love the accent, always have. I don't know if you guys knew I had a thing for accents. In fact, there's one time this Australian pilot won winner. Oh, but that's one of those stories I don't think is appropriate to share here. No regrets, though. It was a great night. On to what I wanted to discuss, actually. I wanted to discuss a song that you'll find in my favorites along the bottom of my website. Pink. To be more specific, it's a Pink song. It's called Dear Mr. President. And first off, I just want to say I am a big Pink fan. I've always been a Pink fan. From the first song I heard of hers, I think she's a fantastic vocalist, but she's also a kind of voice for the society of the time. She always has a unique way of perspective of looking at something and turning it around and looking at it a little different way than a lot of us have. And then she puts it in a song. I think she does a fantastic job with that. And then on top of it, I think her voice and her style is, I wouldn't say incredible. She doesn't have an incredible voice, but she has a very good voice, and she knows how to use it to her advantage. And her style is a little bit different. And it's still developing, I think. But enough of that. In case you couldn't tell I'm a Pink fan, just give her a little. But I'll stop. It's a little tedious. You guys probably don't all agree with me, but please take a look at that song. It's a little live performance, and I think it's a very important song. Let's face it, it's a very loud criticism of our president, and it's a criticism that I think is very well spoken and very well put together, which I guess is very well spoken. I just left it alone. But this song played in our office the other day, and I had heard it before, but the person that I share my office with hadn't, and she was kind of blown away by the song. And she listens to it, and she asked me, she's like, that's an outright blatant kind of smack in the back of the head for the president. And even when the Dixie Chicks made their comments on stage, it exploded, and I heard about it the next day. It was all over the news, and I've never heard of this. And it's been out for, I'm guessing, I think the song itself has been a year, probably. And she's never heard of it. And I said, well, there's probably different factors that cause that. One of them is personality. The Dixie Chicks, when they did that, people responded because they knew they were going to hurt them. They were three very caring people, and it hurt them to think that they upset their fans until they got angry and then made a very angry album, which is also another fantastic album. I really like that album. I like the Dixie Chicks too, but God, I listen to a lot of angry music. Maybe I need to lighten it up a little bit. Listen to a little more Landslide instead of Not Ready to Be Nice. Well, on that, I think that it took them a while to get horrified by the reactions and to get angry at the reactions and the death threats and the notes that they got. And then when they did get angry, they did angry very well. But Pink has always had this kind of attitude and moved on with it. She said something, it was done, finished. If it was really bad and she felt like it needed apologizing later, she might do that. But if she really felt it was warranted, that's one of the things I love about her. And the fact that she pulls that off very well, because she also has enough self-defecating humor. Self-defecating. I'm sorry, that's like one of my favorite quotes from a movie. I can't believe I just said it instead of deprecating humor that I'm embarrassed now, but I'm gonna leave that in just because it was funny. To pull that off, and then I also think there was the issue of who it was said to. Rock people have always kind of been rebels, and they've always kind of flaunted being rebels, where the Dixie Chicks were mainly country, and though they were shaking their country roots up quite a bit, they were still country, and country audiences tend to be more Republican, conservative, consider themselves very patriotic, and they viewed that, especially doing that overseas, as very unpatriotic. And mainly, though, I think it was a matter of timing, or maybe I'm hoping it was a matter of timing, because they did that very early on in the war, whereas Pink has done this relatively recently when I believe public opinion is not going towards the war anymore. We're pulling away, and more importantly, I think we're realizing that there's a responsibility out there to voice our concerns, that we don't belong there. We never belong there. And the reasons that we were told we belonged there were never true. They were, as much as I hate to say this, a conspiracy. It makes me sound like a conspiracy theorist, and I'm not. But I'm hoping that that's where we stand on it. And it gives me hope that we as a people and a culture are starting to see that we do have that responsibility, we have that right in our country, that even though he's our president, he is not a king, he does not get free will to do as he pleases, that he has to answer to the American people, and that the people themselves are not happy with this anymore. At least that's my hope. So that's kind of my positive note for tonight. And I apologize. I actually posted something the other night, Thursday night, and I wasn't happy with it. And I woke up Friday morning and realized that was not the kind of message I wanted to leave on my channel. It was a very negative rant, and I was very angry, and I might put it back up sometime here in the future. I don't know, maybe when there's enough positive stuff to balance it out, but I had a bad day at the dog park. I came home and I had verbal diarrhea for everyone to hear, and I realized I didn't want that. So I caught it the next morning before anyone had seen it. If anyone did, I'm sorry. It's been moved. So it might be put back up at some point in the future, but not soon. Like I said, I wanted to leave something positive here, and that conversation I felt was a very positive conversation, and I think this song and its reception into culture has been very positive. I'm hoping it's a sign of a positive change for us, and I'm hoping it can be a sign as our new administration gets voted in and takes its place, that we can make things right. And I think it's a really long road. There's no easy way to get out of this situation now, and I feel bad for whoever takes over this mess that he's made for us, we've made for ourselves. I can't point the finger at one person, but I'm hoping. So, you all have a great night. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for leaving whatever comments you want, and I hope everyone has a fantastic evening.